Can the sun be a god, the true creator and the one true king of the gods? The moment light began. Today I will reveal not just a god, but the greatest one. Through the eyes of the ancient Egyptians, I will tell how they saw life, death, and their world. Beyond everything, for them there was only one figure, one truth. At every sunrise, at every sunset, but never truly gone, a power, a presence, Ra. When the ancient Egyptians looked to the sky, they did not see just a celestial body. They were looking at a living god, and every time the sun rose, the world was created once again. The existence of Ra, from chaos to light. Before everything began, there was nothing. No sky, no water, no time. There was only none, the endless, dark, and silent primordial waters, and from this chaos Ra came into existence, a god who created himself, emerging suddenly. No one created him, he created himself. When Ra appeared, many things changed, and light emerged with him. Light gave birth to order. Order gave birth to life. For the ancient Egyptians, Ra's creation was not a one-time event. This creation repeated itself with every sunrise. Every time the sun rose, the universe stood once more. The solar bark. The journey across the sky. Ra's journey across the sky was not an ordinary movement. At every sunrise, he boarded the solar bark. This bark was not just a vessel. It was a ship carrying the fate of the world upon its back. Ra would glide from the east in the morning, travel across the sky, and silently disappear in the west. People worked their fields, children played, life continued somehow. But all of it depended on Ra's journey. If Ra failed to complete his journey that day, the world would be swallowed by darkness. That is why, for the Egyptians, the sunrise was not normal. It was a celebration. It was a victory. The night journey. The battle with Apep. When the sun disappeared, the real danger began. Ra never rested, because every night he descended into the underworld where an enemy awaited him. And there his greatest enemy stood, Apep. Apep was chaos given form, a massive serpent. He sought to turn light into darkness and tear order apart. Every night Ra and Apep fought. This battle was not merely between two gods. It was the clash of order and chaos, and if the sun rose again every morning, the ancient Egyptians knew exactly why. Ra had won. Ra and humanity, the first king. There was a time when Ra ruled not only the sky, but deep down, everyone knows he ruled the earth as well. According to the myths, Ra was the first king of the world, a bridge between gods and humans. But time passed, humanity grew, and obedience faded. Humanity rebelled against Ra. For a god, this became unbearable. The wrath of Sekhmet, uncontrolled power. Angered by humanity, Ra sent Sekhmet to remind them of true divine fear. Sekhmet was a lion-headed goddess of war, and she always took her duty seriously. Destruction began. Blood was spilled. Fear ruled the world. At this point, Ra stopped everything, because Sekhmet could see nothing but rage. The power Ra had created had begun to threaten even him. Ra devised a plan, and in doing so taught humanity one of its greatest lessons. The fields were flooded with beer dyed red like blood. Sekhmet mistook it for blood. She drank. She became intoxicated. And she stopped. This story carries one of the most important lessons in Egyptian mythology. Uncontrolled power leads to destruction. Ra's withdrawal, from god to symbol. After this event, Ra made a decision. He would no longer interact directly with the world. He withdrew to the heavens. But this was not an escape. It was a transformation. Ra ceased to be the divine king on earth. In his place, the pharaohs rose. The pharaohs would now rule as the sons of Ra, his representatives on earth. That is why obedience to the pharaoh meant obedience to Ra, Ra's secret name, the power of knowledge. Ra's greatest power was his name, because in ancient Egypt, knowing a being's true name meant having power over them. Isis knew this. She created a serpent from Ra's saliva. The serpent suddenly bit Ra. The pain was unbearable. Isis offered to heal him, but only on one condition. Ra revealed his secret name, and in that moment, knowledge became power. The legacy of Ra, the light that remains Ra, is still among us today, not as a god, but as an idea. Every sunrise, humanity asks the same question it has asked for thousands of years: order or chaos? The ancient Egyptians always knew the answer. If the sun rises, Ra is still winning. Ra is the sun god in Egyptian mythology, or in some beliefs, the sun itself. From the 24th and 25th centuries BCE, during the time of the 5th dynasty, he became one of the most important gods in Ankh closing question, comment trigger. Do you think Ra truly abandoned the world, or did he simply change his form?